Hello everyone. In today's lesson we're going to learn about the conditional tense. So let's begin with forming the conditional. In Spanish, all verbs ending in aere, eere, and iere have exactly the same ending in the conditional tense. So let's say for the verb dar en la forma de yo, it would be daría. En la forma de ser would be sería, and vir, viviría. So same ending for the form of yo. Tú darías, so serías, and vivirías. So notice that all you have to do is adding add the ending ia to the verb, to the infinitive form. Ias in the case of the two. So now for yo, el, ella is just like the form of the yo. Daría, sería, viviría. Okay, whoops, let's just erase here so we can make it clear. Okay, viviría. Now, in the form of nosotros, and so would be daríamos, okay, then seríamos, and viviríamos. Okay, so notice that you need to mark the accent as well on the E. And for the ellos, ellas, ustedes form, it would be darían, correcto, serían, and vivirían. So let's begin. When do we use the conditional tense? So there are three main uses. The first one states what would happen and is the equivalent in English of the verb would, the auxiliary verb would plus a verb. So if we look at the sentence, I would eat something before going to class. So in Spanish, okay, remember, I would eat, it will be comería, right? Something, algo. Now, before going to class, so remember that before it would be antes de, so this going, because is followed by a preposition, in this case, de, so the verb needs to be in infinitive. Ir a clase. So remember, the form would plus the verb is what forms the conditional form. Comería algo antes de ir a clase. So the second use of the conditional is to express the future of a past action. That sounds a little weird, but let's take a look at the sentence. So, las chicas dijeron que saldrían del almacén a las 6 p.m. If we want to express this in English, it would be like the girls said they would leave or exit the store at 6 p.m. Okay, so the future says what will happen, and the conditional, okay, tells us what would happen. So in this case, if the girls were sure about what they were saying, they then will leave the store at 6 p.m. Okay, that is the future action. But because we don't know if that is true, then we use the conditional. So the past action here is what they said, and then that they would leave is what could happen or would happen. And the last use of the conditional, which is the same as in English, is to express a polite request. So let's take a look at this question. ¿Nos harían ustedes un favor? Is the same thing in English as saying, would you do us a favor? Okay, it's a polite request. So, would you, right, is the equivalent of ustedes, right? And then do would be the verb harían, would do, and then us, okay, is here, the object pronoun here, nos, and then un favor, a favor. So just like in the future tense, the conditional also has some irregular verbs. The good news is that the same verbs that are irregular in the future tense are also irregular in the conditional tense. So let's begin with the verb caber. So the root, the stem changes to C-A-B-R. And then if you want to do it in the form of yo, it would be cabría, tú cabrías, él, ella, usted cabría, nosotros cabríamos, y ellos, ellas, ustedes cabrían. So in the form of haber, it would be H-A-B-R, poder, P-O-D-R, querer, Q-U-E-R. So remember that in the verb querer, okay, the R gets doubled, both in the future tense and in the conditional tense. Sabría and pondría. So same thing would be with the verb salir, okay, so then it would be saldría, saldrías if it's two, saldría again if it's él, ella o usted, saldríamos if it's nosotros, and saldrían if it's ellos, ellas, ustedes. So same thing with the verb tener, tendría, valer, valdría, venir, vendría, decir, diría, y hacer, haría. Okay, so let's go back to our cartoon, right, and see if this time you can understand the cartoon. Mafalda tells her mother, Mamá, ¿qué te gustaría hacer si vivieras? Okay, and that's it for today.